The S&P 500 daily chart looking back to the beginning of the current wave, ABC. I'll zoom into the current area now. And the lines are drawn quite clearly to the upside and the downside. We know that the qualified momentum down happened yesterday's bar, so it has a tall order to open below this close on the 8th and tick lower and finish the day on the 9th lower than the close on the 8th, and that will become qualified and confirmed. Then to the upside is the aggressive disqualified sell risk level 4520.52, and get past that hurdle, close above the momentum level for 50% and 100%. 50 is the only one showing in this chart. That will become qualified for end of day today with a close above that. And I just noticed that the Ichimoku conversion line is very close to the disqualified momentum up that could become qualified for end of day today with a close above it. So that's a pretty serious resistance level to get above for that. So if it does make it above this conversion line and closes above the disqualified momentum up level for 50% and 100%, that's a pretty good sign of more momentum and strength going to the upside. And then there's this wall here, the disqualified sell risk level, and price did make it above the Ichimoku baseline with a close above that, so that's a good sign. So if it can keep going and blast through this momentum up, then there's another hurdle here, sequential sell risk level, and things collapse upon itself during the day today on the 9th and gets qualified and confirmed for this momentum down. However, price in the pre-market hours for the S&P 500 is 4509, and it is above that close from yesterday on the 8th. So we'll have to see what happens. There's still a couple more hours before the open, 2.5 more hours. And again, if things implode upon themselves and that becomes qualified and confirmed, it could get below this stark band, lower band here, if something really gets impulsive to the downside and it tags this qualified demand projection at 4439.74, and that's a buying zone, and that coincides somewhat with the gap zone over here, this high at 4443.64, and that's a lot to go through to the downside. There's the lower Bollinger Band, and again the lower Stark Band, and the channel 3 low is really taking a dive. 4426.73 is below that demand projection.